Hello and welcome to this review of the RM01 Mini LED video light from SmallRig. I think this package is an excellent light for toy photography and I'm going to explain why now. Let's get this unboxed. So what makes this light really good for toy photography is its small size, but the accessories that come with it and the price. This cost me £30 in the UK, and you can get a set of 3 which costs around £96. So the accessories you get are a white dome diffuser if you want to spread the light. So in here we have more accessories still. We've got this one which is a grid, and this should fit on like so. And then once you've got this grid on, we can take this off because this is magnetic. So we can take the grid off and we can put on these barn doors if we want to, like so. So we've got barn doors to control the light, or we can put on this snoot to really finely control the light. We've also got some coloured gels and another diffusion panel that we could put between the magnetic mounts and something like the grid or the snoot. So there's lots of options and lots of colours and lots of ways to control the light with this set, which is really useful. We've got a little adapter to put this on a cold shoe, but you can see here we've got a tripod mount on the bottom. This is quite rugged and waterproof, and in here, if I open this up, we've got USB-C charging. So let's test lighting capabilities with this using toys. Okay, so I've got the figure here and I've got no lights on. I'm just going to put a light on just to help us. I'm mounting the SmallRig on this arm. I've got a big light which you can't see, and it's going to illuminate this SmallRig and the figure, but then I'm going to turn it off. All I have to do is just press and hold and the light comes on. So I'm now going to turn off the big video light. So we can see that that is doing a great job lighting the figure up, and if I press this again I can increase the brightness. So I'm putting it on its max brightness. That's actually too bright, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the snoot on, and I'm just going to readjust this so that we can just put a little bit of light onto the face. So I need to refocus that. So it's still possibly too bright, so I'm just going to drop it down. So there, we can see there that we're just lighting the face. It's really quite dark, and we're just lighting the face because we're using the snoot. So I'm going to take the snoot off and it goes back to lighting all of it. So I need to take this off to put the diffusion dome on, so I'm going to do that. And that's going to soften the light. So that's with the diffusion dome on, and that's with the diffusion dome off. So there's a huge difference there in terms of softness and in terms of light output. I'm going to put this magnetic frame back on. So let's stack the grid on. So now we've got a grid on. So grid on and grid off. And of course we can also put the grid and the snoot on if we really want to get a very fine and targeted light beam. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the barn doors on and show you how effective and useful the barn doors are. So you can see here, we might not want all this spread that we've got down here. So I can just maybe filter that off with the barn doors and put much more targeted light in than before. So it's not as heavy as the snoots, but I can certainly start restricting that light where it falls, and I can get a really shallow bit of light if I want to. I'm illuminating only the figure there. Let's just increase that power output to its maximum and open up ever so slightly, just so we're focusing on the figure. And of course, if I want softer light, all I have to do is go closer and I'm going to get softer light, but I want this to be in camera so you can see it. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the white diffuser on, and then I'm going to put on a coloured diffuser as well. So here we put the white diffuser on, and that really does soften the light. So I'm going to open the barn doors up a little bit more because that's diffusing the light and making it a lot softer, and the barn doors are just helping to restrict the light. And now I'm going to change the color of the lights, because I've got all these different colors here. I've got reds, greens, yellows, but I'm going to go for a blue light. So I'm going to take this off, put this in, and I think I'm just going to put the grid on initially. So yeah, so now we've got blue lights with the grid. I put the snoot on, blue light there, put some red light on. Let's put some red light, and then of course I can put things like snoots, barn doors, etc. Barn doors aren't the most stable when we've got the grid on, but there we are. So I can start using barn doors as well. So I think for £30, this is a great little set. It's really useful for toy photography. It's really versatile. The only thing it doesn't seem to come with is a tripod. Most people have lots of small tabletop tripods around that they can use. So I think this is a great set for toy photography. You can also check out my toy photography podcast if you so wish. Thank you. Goodbye.